That is my experience in seeing senior executive women who come in here and who feel that they have been or continue to be more lowly paid than their male counterparts. Is that something you've also seen? Have people talked to you about that?
The cases I still hear from really senior women, actually quite well-known women, who will say with horror that they have discovered they've been paid significantly less. Happened to me. I can remember it well. And I had a male colleague who bragged to me about how much more he was being paid than me.
What do you think businesses can do better?
Lance Hockridge, the former CEO of Aurizon, he always talks about intervening. So about 18 months ago he said our next apprentice cohort will all be women. Now this doesn't go down well, as you can probably imagine, in traditional male-dominated environments. So instead of sort of adding one or two women and mixing, you actually take the entire cohort so they have each other to support and help them through. And it's actually worked out really well. He said the standard's been fantastic.
Are there other things that you think that these organisations could and should be doing?
Recruitment. Some of the basics, which is still to have a mixture of people on interviewing panels and obviously making sure you have a mixture of people on your long and short lists for jobs. Other things like blind or anonymous recruiting, which you may have heard of. It's just like blind auditioning, which orchestras have used to boost the number of women musicians they appoint. And you may have read recently Tropfest used blind applications for their competition and went from about 5% women to 50% when they covered up the name, which is a really interesting indicator of how all of us, men and women, have biases about gender.
Where's the happiness gone from the debate about equal pay?
I find it really interesting and distressing, in fact, that this debate is always about loss.
Yes.
It's always about you're taking my job off me,
yes.
which we hear a lot in places like defence and so on. I think that's such a shame because the upside is amazing. And in some of the Scandinavian economies, as we know, those levels of happiness in Denmark and Sweden, they're not perfect. It's not nirvana. But there's a huge uptick for our society and our economy from getting this right.